Hi guys, this is Joe. I'm the AJ Pack Pre-Sales Manager. Thanks for visiting our video channel again and your interest in AJ Bridge Live, which is a multi-channel HD or dual-channel UHD encoder, decoder, transcoder for remote productions, contributions, collaborations, streaming, and delivery. I'm not sure whether you noticed that we have recently launched a new version 1.13 software that provide a new feature that called multi-channel synchronous transport. This new feature enables separate UHD or HD channels to be transmitted and received in sync. For SDI backhaul, this enables the use of one or more pairs of bridge light system to transport incoming SDI cameras and other feeds from one location to another, then output the SDI signals with the sync relationship preserved. This feature also allows for contributing multi-channel synchronous sources to cloud platforms and services. Furthermore, synchronous multi-channel transport can be scaled up from a single bridge light pair to additional bridge light pairs to enable workflows where multiple bridge light systems can be receiving SDI and sending to multiple bridge light systems, outputting SDI, or in synchronicity. As you can see from this page here, the prerequisite of setting this up is pretty straightforward. All you got to do is just make sure that all your SDI sources are in sync, of course, and also genlock to a common reference. And also need to just patch a reference to a bridgeline decoder here, so that all will be genlocked to this reference as well as you decode the SDI feed. And besides that, all you got to do is make sure that all the encoding parameters and decoding parameters are identical. This bridge light synchronous multi-channel capability is also supported for cloud contributions, whereby a bridge light system can send to a cloud instance of Comprimato live transcoder software for delivery to various platforms, cloud services as IP video. So without further ado, just let's jump straight to this UI here, and let me just do a quick demo on how to set up this multi-channel synchronous transport. So what I have here is actually a keyboard plus playing back a UHD 59.94p video, but as you can see, it's just basically it's a video that made up of 4 HD quadrants with the common time code overlay on top at the bottom of each of the quadrants, just so they can check the decoded video whether they're staying in sync or not. So when I output this 4K video via a quad-link 3G SDI connections, essentially I'm simulating a 4 HD video sources so they can patch it into Bridge Live here. As you can see, I actually have this 4 1080p 59.94 video. This unit actually located in AJHQ in Northern California. And then I have another Bridge Live that right in my office here is in Malaysia. So I can send this feed all the way from Northern California to Malaysia. I can show you that it will still be in sync. To show you all the SDI outputs are in sync, I actually patch all of them to a 4K to HD here, reverse the process of simulating a 4K video so that now going to a HD, and I patch it to UTAP SDI here and connect to the same Windows system that I have here to show you how the video looks like and whether they're in sync or not. So why don't we set up all the pipelines here? So just click on the encoding Bridge Live here, click on the add new pipeline, then you can start encoding. Again, this unit is actually physically in Northern California, exactly halfway around the world to me right now. So it will be a bit sluggish, but no worries, it will work. So I'm going to name this pipe to SDI to SRT01. Of course, let's choose the SDI input 1 here for the first pipeline and click on the start detecting input. Just give it a second or two. Once it detects the input, then we can copy the parameters. Just one click button to copy the parameters from the detected parameters to the input parameters here. So that's all I'm going to set up for the input part. I can start at the output displays. Of course, I'm going to use the SRT so that I can use the reliable part of it, which is the one with the error corrections. So this is IP address, 5051 port number, and I can delete this as it is. It's H.264 8 megabits. That should be good enough. And of course, I'm going to add audio as well. So we're going to use a standard AAC with 192 kilobits. So I'm going to click on the save setup and save and restart so they can start the pipeline. So come to here, this is the bridge line in my office here, Let me just zoom in a bit more so you can see clearer. I also can start the decoding pipeline. I'm going to name this as SRT to SDI01, the reverse part of it. So I click SRT here, check in the same IP address. Of course, I'll be calling into the unit that I have in AJ headquarters. Set as a caller, and of course, I want to increase the latency here, just make sure that it's a bit more stable when I decode the signal. So there you go, you detect the input here. I can move on, click on the set as input, and start the output here. Let's choose SDI, and I'm going to choose port 1. So this, as I have click and copy here, so this should be the same as the input part of it. Here I'm going to add audio as well. Just choose again, of course, AES embedded. That's all I'm going to set up for the whole encoding and decoding pipeline. So just give you a few seconds because you are actually calling all the way from Malaysia to Northern California to get the SRT feed so they can decode it to SDI so they can show you. So there you go, both have show green, so it means that the pipeline has actually started. You also come and see, I can see I detected the video here already. So you can now move on to the rest of the pipeline. So the easiest way to do this is just to clone the first one. And this will also help you to ensure all these encoding parameters you have here are identical so that you can use the multi-channel synchronous feature that we have here. So I change this to number 2 and also change the port number to 5052 here. I can just quickly start that. Once I do that, I can also duplicate 2 more and just change to number 3 and number 4, so on and so forth. So pretty straightforward. Again, this is a bit slow because it's all the way in California. So we change number 3, and also port number 3 and 5053. There you go, I can start that. Okay, now I can clone to the last one. Again, changes to number 4 and port number 4, which is the 4 input, and 5054. So at this point, we can already move to this decoder, this bridge line decoder here, and also do the same thing, just the reverse of it. Just change to, of course, change the name to number 2 here. This is 5052, and of course, this will be port number 2. Move down to the bottom here and start the pipeline. Then I can move on to clone and for the 3rd and 4th here. So pretty straightforward. Again, just change port number here and also this SDI port number and start the pipeline. As you can see, the second pipeline already started and both are green, so you can see it's already decoded. Again, the whole point of doing this clone here, using the clone method, is not only speed up the process, it's also making sure that all your decoding parameters are identical, so that you can, so that it will stay in sync. If not, it won't be in sync. So these are one of the prerequisite to making sure that this feature works. Just give it a few more seconds. Once it's done, when you show both green here, then we can start to check whether all the feet are in sync. There you go. As you can see, both get all 4 feet here already, which I have set it as like a 4K video, similarly 4K video again. So I can go to HD. This is so that I can use this VLC, and I can open the capture device here. Make sure I point to U tab and show you how all the video looks like. So there you go. Here are the all 4 decoded SDI video from the beach live. So to check whether they're in sync or not, it's pretty straightforward. You can click on pause here. As you can see, there you go. They are all in the same time code. So I can quickly do one more time and just click play again to just double check. There you go. They're all in sync, in perfect, in all four are in the same time code, as you can see here. We can also do a quick test here by just go to one of the pipeline here and increase the latency from 500 to 1000, for example. This, of course, will throw the output, our sync. This will, of course, still be much slower than the rest of these three streams here. We can also, of course, check that with the VLC later. Just give it a few seconds to make sure the output are stable first. There you go. You can come back to here, just press the stop again, and press play again so they can recapture the video. So if you press stop, you can see these are our 24 frames. The 24 frames is in F3, so about 30 frames behind. And of course, once we move that back to 500 again, it will be in sync again. So I can start this pipeline, just the same process here. Again, just give it a few seconds so that it, when it's let the feed to be stable first. There you go, and come back here again to just press stop and recapture the video one more time. Pause. There you go, they are all in perfect sync again. So that's all. As you can see, pretty straightforward to set up the encoding and decoding pipelines. Just making sure that all your SDI sources are in sync first, and also genlock to a common reference. Also patch a reference to the decoding bridge live, and also making sure all the encoding and decoding pipelines are identical. Okay, I hope you learned something today. Of course, if you want to learn more, please feel free to visit the AJ website, and better still, leave your contact details on schedule a demo page here. We will then reach out to you to provide you an in-person demo or at least an online demo.